Manty, the praying mantis, lived in a meadow bursting with life. Wildflowers swayed in the gentle breeze. The sun warmed the earth. Grasshoppers chirped merrily.
I am no ordinary mantis. I am the leader, respected by all. Known for my wisdom and kindness, I settle disputes and offer advice. The other mantises adore me. They feel safe under my guidance, yet I yearn for something more. I often climb the highest blade of grass and stare out at the distant trees. A vast, mysterious forest lies beyond our meadow, whispering promises of adventure and discovery.
One particularly bright morning, Manty felt a shift within him. The meadow, once his entire world, now felt limiting. The call of the forest echoed in his heart, louder than ever before.
I can no longer ignore it. I must explore. I announced my decision to the meadow. It's too dangerous, they cried. Don't leave us, Manty. Their fear was understandable. I am their protector, their guide. But I am resolute. Venturing into the unknown is never easy. However, the thought of staying put, bound by fear, is unbearable. I must see what lies beyond our meadow, for myself and for them. I promise to return, sharing my discoveries. With a mix of trepidation and excitement, I take my leave. The air grows cooler, damper, and filled with the musk of damp earth and unknown scents.
The forest floor is a stark contrast to the open meadow. Towering trees create a canopy, casting long shadows. Sunlight dapples the forest floor. Strange and wonderful plants grow in abundance.
I hop over gnarled roots and scurry around fallen branches. The air buzzes with the hum of unseen insects. Every rustle of leaves sends a jolt of adrenaline through me. I'm exhilarated and a little afraid. A stranger in a strange land. I encounter a colony of ants, their bodies gleaming like polished armor. They march in a disciplined line, carrying food to their nest. I watch them with fascination, their teamwork a marvel to behold. Further on, I meet a family of ladybugs huddled together on a leaf. Their bright red shells, dotted with black, stand out against the green.
Days turn into nights. Manty learns to navigate the forest floor. He discovers hidden springs and tastes exotic berries. He even masters the art of camouflage, blending seamlessly with the foliage.
One evening, as the sun begins its descent, I stumble upon a clearing. In the center, suspended between two branches, is a massive spider web. It shimmers like spun gold in the fading light. And sitting at its heart is a spider unlike any I have ever seen. Its body is a deep, rich brown covered in intricate patterns. Its 8 eyes glint with wisdom. I have never spoken to a spider before. I share my story, my yearning for adventure, and my desire to learn. S3. Welcome, traveler. What brings you to my humble abode?
The forest is a place of great wonder, the spider said when Manty finished his tale. But it is also fraught with danger. You have shown courage, little Mantis, but courage without wisdom is like a butterfly without wings.
Manty pondered the spider's words. He had been so caught up in the thrill of exploration that he had forgotten to be cautious. He realized the truth in the spider's words. Suddenly a shadow fell over the clearing, a large bird with feathers the color of midnight and a beak that could easily snap Manty in two, landed on a branch above them. Manty froze, his instinct screaming at him to flee. This was one of the predators the other insects had warned him about.
The spider, however, remained calm. The bird dipped its head in a gesture of respect and then launched itself back into the air.
Manty, still trembling slightly, looked at the spider in astonishment. "How did you do that?" he asked, his voice barely a whisper.
The forest is a web of life, little Mantis, it said. Every creature, from the smallest ant to the largest predator, has its place. We are all connected. And once you understand that connection, you will find that even the most fearsome creatures can be allies.
Manty spent many days with the spider. It taught him the secrets of the forest, the language of the birds and the beasts, the rhythm of the seasons, and the delicate balance that held the ecosystem together. Manty learned to identify the calls of different birds, distinguishing between a friendly chirp and a warning cry. He discovered the hidden language of the forest, a symphony of scents and sounds that spoke of danger and delight. As days turned into weeks, Manty felt a change within himself. He was no longer the same Mantis who had left the meadow. The forest had tested him, pushed him to his limits, but it had also rewarded him.
I've faced my fears, forged new friendships, and gained a wisdom I could never have imagined.
He realized that the forest wasn't just a collection of trees and creatures, but a living, breathing entity. It was a symphony of interconnectedness, where every rustle of leaves, every chirping insect, every drop of dew played a vital role.
One day, as I sat by a stream, listening to the gurgling water, a realization dawned on me. I had found what I was looking for.
It wasn't just adventure or excitement. It was a deeper understanding of the world and his place in it. He knew it was time to return to the meadow. He bade farewell to the spider, his mentor and friend. The spider imparted one last piece of wisdom.
Go now, little Mantis. Share what you have learned. Teach others that courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Show them that the world is a tapestry of interconnectedness, where every thread, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, has its place.
With a heart full of gratitude, Manty turned and began the long journey back to the meadow. The journey back felt different. The forest, once a maze of unknown dangers, now felt familiar.
I moved with confidence, my senses heightened, my heart filled with the wisdom of the forest.
He greeted old friends, the ants and the ladybugs, sharing tales of his adventures. He even helped a lost caterpillar find its way back to its milkweed plant. When he finally reached the edge of the meadow, he was greeted with a mixture of relief and astonishment. The meadow, bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun, seemed smaller than he remembered, but no less beautiful.
I spoke of towering trees and hidden springs, of strange and wonderful creatures, and of the delicate balance that held the forest ecosystem together. I told them about the wise old spider and the lessons I had learned. Narrator. Manty smiled. He had so much to tell them, so much to share. He gathered them all together, and as the moon rose high in the sky, casting its silvery glow over the meadow, he began his tale. S1. Is it true? Did you really see a spider with eyes that could see the future? Is it true that the forest floor is alive with creatures that glow in the dark?
Manty's stories had a profound effect on the mantises of the meadow. Their fear of the unknown began to dissipate, replaced by a sense of awe and curiosity.
They too began to see the world with new eyes, appreciating the interconnectedness of life.
They realized that even though the meadow was their home, it was just one small part of a much larger, more complex world. Manty's journey had changed them. He had shown them that courage and curiosity could open doors to new experiences, new friendships, and a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them.
From that day forward, the mantises of the meadow no longer feared the forest. They ventured to its edge, marveling at the towering trees and the creatures that lived among them.
They carried with them the lessons Manty had taught them, embracing the unknown with courage, respect, and a thirst for adventure. Manty, the mantis who dared to dream, had not only discovered a new world, but had also opened the eyes of his community to the wonders that lay beyond their familiar meadow.